Hello, this is Math Jazz from Almost Cool. And today, um, well, this is today's Duolingo German live stream. So let us start. Um, let's see. Today we're on present tense 1. Let's see. So, people like books. Yes, humans like books. We have Leute mögen Bücher. Kids like chocolate. Kinder mögen Schokolade. Kinder mögen Schokolade. Ich schreibe. So there's something called conjugation that happens in most languages. I don't know if it happens in all of them, or I don't know if what happens in. I think that Danish does not actually have a reflexive ending for conjugation. But anyway, conjugation is when you take a verb, like in English, the verb to be, for example, and that verb has to change depending on who's doing that verb. So the verb to be becomes I am when the first person does it. It becomes you are when the second person does it. It becomes he is when a third person does it. And so schlafen is the verb to sleep in German, and that becomes ich schlafe in the first person, and du schläfst in the second person, and sie schlafen in the third person, and wir schlafen in the first person plural. So wir is we, and schlafen is sleep conjugated for the first person plural. So spielt, he plays. That comes from spielen, which is to play. Wir lesen das Buch. We read the book. Now, one thing that's nice is that the first person plural and the second person formal and the third person plural are all going to be the same as the infinitive. So the infinitive is the unchanged, like pure verb before anyone's doing something. So like to read, or to play, or to run, or to be. In English, that's what the infinitive is. And in German, it turns out that the infinitive is the same as several of the forms of the conjugated forms. So wir lesen. Lesen is both the second person. Lesen is also the first person plural, wir lesen, but it's also the infinitive, lesen. And that's true of all verbs, I think, in German. We read the book. She reads the book. So, conjugation of lesen in German is ich lese, I read. Du liest, you read. Sie liest, she reads. Wir lesen. Ihr, I don't know the ihr conjugation. That's why I have to work on it, like I said yesterday. And then Sie lesen, they read. Notice it. Sie liest, she reads, and sie lesen, they read. They both have a Z, because sie means she in German, but it also means you, and it also means they, depending on how the verb is conjugated. Du hörst das Tier, you own the animal. Now, what's really hard for me is there's two verbs, and one's like hören and one's like hören, and one means own and the other means hear, I think. Oh, well, this one is the one that says hear. I mixed those two up because they're very close, and I guess we'll run into it eventually, and you'll see that they're similar, or at least I think they're similar. So, the men and the women read. Die Männer und die Frauen lesen. Ein Mann bringt Wein, a man brings wine. We bezahlen, that pay, I think it's pay. Du kennst die Zeitung. You are familiar with the paper, or you know the paper. The newspaper, that is. Geht schnell, he goes fast. Ich bringe Erdbeeren und Wein. Und Wein, sorry. Wien is Vienna, Wein is wine. Wir trinken und du bezahlst. We drink and you pay. Okay. Ich kenne ein Buch. I know a book. Ich lese die Zeitung. I read the paper. Or I am reading the paper. Either one works. Du liest. You read. Good. Horses like animals. Pferde mögen Apfel. Or Apfel, sorry. So these little umlauts here, the little dots above the letters, they change how the vowel sounds. And to me, it's still hard to pronounce all of these, but hopefully I'll get better at it. But Apfel means apple. Oops. But Apfel, oops, a bunch of problems with that. Anyway, Apfel is a single apple, and Apfel with an umlaut on the A in the letter is multiple apples. And unfortunately, about German, In English, almost all of our plurals are made by adding an s or an es to the end of the word. It's mostly standardized. Okay. Kinder mögen Schokolade. Kids like chocolate. In German, it seems that the plurals are not nowhere near as standardized. Um, Many of them, if you change a vowel inside of the word, it'll become plural. Some of them, if you add en to the end of the word, they become plural. But it's like Pferd and Pferde are horse and horses, and Apfel and Apfel are apple and apples. And then you have oh, what's an example of an en ending? It'll probably come up. At mouse and Mäuse, I think, is the plural of mouse. But like, it's just not standard, and it's way more to memorize because of that. Ich laufe nicht. I do not run. Wir lesen Zeitungen. So this is we read newspapers. There's an example. Zeitung is a newspaper. Zeitungen is multiple newspapers. Siehst du die Kuh? Do you see the cow? This is a question because the verb and the subject are switched. Siehst du die cow is a question. Du siehst die cow is a statement. The okay. Bezahlt wird für die Zeitung or just die Zeitung? Forget. So there are verbs in English like this as well. Some of them you have to put a preposition like for. He pays for the paper. And other ones you don't have to put a preposition like he reads the paper. You don't say he reads for the paper. But you can't say he pays the paper. He has to say he pays for the paper. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to write bezahlt für die Zeitung. He pays for the paper. And if I'm wrong, well, that's unfortunate. I see. Oh, that's off screen for you guys. Huh. Well, let's just do this. Yeah, so it says bezahlt die Zeitung. So it's unnecessary, the word für in this situation. So in English, we'd say he pays for the paper. But in German, we say bezahlt die Zeitung, which translates literally as he pays the paper. Okay. So I don't think we can make it the rest of the way without a mistake. That's unfortunate, but we'll try. The people read books. So let's see. Sie bringen doesn't have to be capitalized. Die Äpfel. Ah, wait. Oh, just one apple, not many apples. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay. We'll try it again. Werde mögen horses like apples. Kinder Morgen does not have to be capitalized. Schokolade. Pferde, horses like apples. Menschen mögen Bücher. Buch ist Single. Das Buch, the book, und die Bücher, the books. It's like chocolate. Ich mag Käse. So, mögen is an irregular verb. Instead of taking an E ending for the first person singular, like ich lese, lesen turns to ich lese, mögen turns to ich mag. This is a regular. This is. It's schreiben turns to ich schreibe, but then it turns to du schreibst and schreibt. So it's irregular, but it's not irregular in the first person. I don't think. They read books. Notice sie lesen Bücher. Sie could mean she, you, or they, depending on context. In this case, it's either formal you or it is they. I'm going to say they this time. She goes fast. We know the newspaper, so wir kennen, we are familiar with die Zeitung. Read, wir lesen. Ich brauche ein Pferd. I need a horse. Das Pferd sieht die Katze. The horse sees the cat. I like books. Ich mag Bücher. You like coffee. We're gonna do ihr. Ooh, do I know this one? Ihr magt. Let's try this. Ihr magt Kaffee. Yes. Oh. I guess it's supposed to be an O umlaut. Like so. That. It said that I had a. It took it anyway, even though I didn't conjugate it correctly. He plays, spielt. Du liest, you read. Magst du Katzen? Do you like cats? Wir mögen die Katze. You like cats? You're walking. So in German, there's no difference between the present tense and a present progressive tense, like in English. So in English, we can say you walk or you are walking, and they have slightly different meanings, but they both mean that there's walking that's either going on or has been going on. In German, they don't make a distinction. So, um, you are walking is Sie gehen. Is gehen walk or go? Hmm. Um. So you but it means both you walk and you are walking. This is in the first person formal. Sorry, second person formal. Looks like laufen, they're translated as walk as well. Okay. Let's see. So we have 320 points today. Let's go through clothing then. Get our last 80 points of the day. Women and men wear jewelry. So Frauen und Männer tragen Schmuck. Frauen und Männer tragen Schmuck. Men and women wear jewelry. Or sorry, women and men wear jewelry. I think that the order matters in lists in Duolingo. Like I think that if I switch men and women, it'll fail the word, but I haven't actually tried that. I don't think. Die Mädchen tragen, so the girls wear clothing, so Kleider. Sorry, Kleider is dresses. The Kleidung is clothing. Kleider is dresses. Sie haben Hemden, shirts. They have shirts. Or you formal have shirts. Pants. That's a Hose. Jacket is Jacke. Sorry. The jacket is die Jacke. Clothes, Kleidung. With an L, but it took it anyway. But there's an L there. C-K-L. K-L, Kleidung. Der Knopf, the button. Der Ring, the ring. Der Mantel, the cloak. Cloak or coat? Cloak. Cloak. The coat. Never mind. Der Ring ist schön. The ring is beautiful. Die Tasche, the bag. Yes, bag singular, I'm sure. Yes. Ich trage eine Hose. I wear pants. Der Schuh. The shoe. Die Kosmetik. The makeup. Die Schuhe sind perfekt. The shoes are perfect. Der Mann trägt einen Hut. The man wears a hat. I am wearing a dress and you are wearing a skirt. Ich trage ein Kleid und du trägst einen Rock. The dress is done. Thus, wait. Dresses. I guess dress is neutral. Das is the neutral article, and die is the feminine one. Das Kleid ist fertig. Die Knöpfe sind klein. The buttons are small. Okay, that gave us 60 points. That leaves us 20 more to get. We'll get them in this lesson. Men and women wear jewelry. Women and men wear jewelry. Frauen und Männer tragen Schmuck. Sie haben Hemden. Die Mädchen haben Röcke, skirts. Ooh. Die Jacke, right? Yes. Clothes, Kleidung. Pants is Hose. Hose. No, Hose. Die Schuhe sind perfekt. The shoes are perfect. Der Mann trägt einen Hut. The man wears a hat. Der Ring ist schön. The ring is beautiful. Nein, das Kleid ist nicht fertig. No, the dress is not ready. Not done. Die Tasche ist fertig. The bag is ready. Die Kosmetik. The cosmetics. Der Ring. The ring. Der Mantel. The coat. Not cloak. Coat. Coat. Yes. Okay. Ich trage eine Hose. I wear pants. Der Schuh is the shoe. Der Knopf is the button. The buttons are round. Or die Knöpfe sind rund. Though I don't think I've ever seen like a square button. Maybe I have. Maybe like in a movie or something. Do you wear dresses? So, trägt ihr, that's second person plural. Trägt ihr Kleider, dresses. Literally translated, that's wear you dresses. Okay. Well, that brings us up to 470 today, and that is good enough for now. So, I hope you all enjoyed learning some German with me. This, later today, I will be doing a math live stream, so we will start doing some more calculus problems, and I'll be able to make that a regular thing this semester. And so I'll see you all later. Bye.